Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Art here to introduce a pop art demo on traditional drawing. So you're going to watch me pick out my reference here. I just used something I had around the house so you can see that soda can. And I'm choosing to use a Ben-Day dot template that I have and can provide for you. So that's optional. You could do this on a regular piece of paper, but either way, I'm going to jump right in and sketch lightly off of my reference. I'm using a ruler. If I don't have a ruler, I can get creative. You just saw me there use a book. Anything with a straight edge can work. So again, using the tools that you have available at home, you can definitely come up with a great sketch for your piece. Here, I'm looking really carefully at my reference. You can't quite see that because I'm off camera, but I am looking very carefully for details. As you go to approach the text from your reference object, you want to draw that text or logo. And yes, I mean draw. So you're not writing as you would typically write letters. You actually want to draw that font to try to capture the actual detail of it. So in this case, this is not my normal handwriting at all. I have really sloppy handwriting, so I have to actually draw each individual letter and try to space them out so that I can match that logo. Again, you'll see me use a ruler, but you could easily substitute something else with a straight edge that you might have around. I'm choosing to create a border, and that's a good option if you'd like to give it a try. At this point, you want to select any drawing materials that you might have around. It's nice to work with artist quality material, but it's not necessary. You can really create with anything as long as you're using the right techniques. You'll see me go ahead and start in with my background after I've considered my color choices. I'm choosing to go for this bright yellow back here. Remember, that's one of the primary colors, so it's a very popular pop art color. I'm starting with my background and I'm filling in my edges. That way I can shade quickly in between those edges. As a trick, you can put some extra scrap paper under your work if you feel like you're getting an impression from the table. So I put a couple extra pieces of paper underneath my piece. So keep adding your color, again, working with the background first and those edges so it's easier to fill in later. I want to avoid any highlights. Those highlights, I want to keep those white and exaggerated, so I don't want to color over that highlight. You can see I've left a little stripe for myself later on my soda can. Just going to continue again to fill in around letters and details. That way I can shade in the bigger areas a little bit more easily without having to worry about going into my highlights or other areas that I want to leave very light. This helps me to kind of stay in the lines here. You might see me change my line direction and the way that I'm shading. You just want to make sure you're not scribbling. Keep it really nice and light and even. You can go back in over another direction to even it out, like you can see me doing here in the video. You'll notice again, I am trying to avoid those highlight areas and also any kind of text that I want to keep lighter. Here I'm paying really close attention at the areas that might be darker or lighter on this silvery part of my can. And I'm really taking a close look at that reference image again, which is off camera, so it's difficult to tell that I'm doing that. On the bottom here, I'm testing out some color options. You might have used marker, and if you did use marker, that's great. If you throw another marker color over top, it will actually show up as a different color, even if it looks similar from the marker cap. So you can see I kind of tested on the bottom there how I want to do my Ben-Day dot style here. I am darkening my background a little bit more first just to get it right. I don't want to go too dark. I don't want to burnish with my color pencil, meaning I don't want to press so hard that I leave that shiny finish. That would make it difficult to add my dots later, but I do want to make it nice and even before moving forward with dots. As I add my Ben-Day style Lichtenstein dots, you can see I'm using a trick here. I'm protecting my drawing from smudging with another clean scrap paper. So it can be junk paper. You just don't want to have pastel or something smudgy on that paper. Another trick you might find necessary while working on this is to shake out your hands. If you get tired, me, I'm a righty. My right hand, as I was drawing all those little circles, got so tired. So if you shake it out or take a break every once in a while, that can definitely help. Otherwise, it feels like you're filling in a Scantron or some kind of bubble test. I'm testing out my red here again. You just want to kind of check out how your colors are going to layer when you go to attempt your dots. You can use all sorts of different materials to layer, but you may just want to test them out first. So now I'm going in and carefully adding in my next set of dots. Be persistent, be patient. You want to keep on filling in those Ben-Day dots. It can be a little time consuming, but at the same time, it's a little bit relaxing and meditative. You can see here I've finished my dots for the most part. I might do a little bit of touch up here and there. And once I'm happy, I can move on to my final set of dots. This is such a small, detailed area. I'm barely adding any in at all. I'm just trying to kind of finish and connect. Another option, you could choose to add your border and make that really nice, big and bold. I thought I'd finish this off with my third primary color here, blue. So now I have all three primaries. I have yellow, red, and blue for my border now. Again, if you don't have a ruler and you still want to add a border, you can just use a straight edge or something else you have lying around. My next step here is to test some hatching. I'll be using this for value. Remember, pop artists like to exaggerate that value, and it's also pretty simplified. So I'm just using this hatching along the side. You can see since my object is curved, I'm actually curving my hatches to kind of match that contour. Those little hatch marks are curved as well, just like my can is. I'm emphasizing my shadow a little bit more here in the lettering. You can see I'm doing a little bit of light value work. Then I just add my bold outline and my piece is finished. This is my pop art inspired artwork with Roy Lichtenstein's Ben-Day dots.